What up, though? Welcome to Conscious by Nature, where we talk about it because we live it and we understand it because we've been there before. Thank you for joining us today, man. Episode lucky number 13 on February the 13th. It just seemed like it worked out that way, man. You know who I am, Money Mac, the Pretty Boys Champ. I'm hosting this show. To my left, the scholar, D. Lamore.
Peace.
To complete the crown, Tyson, Area 51 Porter, a.k.a. the Genius.
What's good?
Man, what's up, everybody, man? How y'all cats been doing, man?
Good, man.
Look who's back.
My man is back.
Look who's back.
Hey, nobody was fucking with my book. Straight up and down.
Allegedly.
Everything's good. Had something to handle, but team holds it down.
Sure.
I appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah, you already know, man. So we got a nice show for y'all playing today, man. Working on a new little setup, some new segments, man. We'll see if y'all like it, man. You know, we growing. You see, we well lit today. You feel me? So,
Straight up.
Without further ado, man, let me just send it around. Let's get into it. What's happening?
You know what? Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Brother Sam Polk Jr., teacher, scholar, historian from the Melanated Power Hour show on YouTube. You can also catch it on Spotify and other platforms. But good friend of mine, friend of the show. They broadcast every Wednesday at 8. Check him out, man. A lot of his teaching I listen to and learn from. He's a great guy. So, Brother Sam Polk Jr., what up? You know what? Black History Month. You know, the fellas touched on it last week, but I got something I wanted to bring up about that. Carter G. Woodson. If you don't know who this man is, get to know him. He's the reason that we even have Black History Month. Started off as Black History Week. You know, my brother, Brother Porter said, I hate Black History Month, but I love Black history.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I always felt kind of funny in a way. I listen to what I'm saying clearly. I don't like Black History Month. I love Black history. Let me say it again for the ones in the back. I don't like Black History Month, but I love Black history.
And I thought that was very poignant because I felt similarly to that. Because I'm like, wow, man, what do we need a month for? How? Because in my mind, Black history is American history because we built this America. And I couldn't understand why we were divided in that way. In my mind, I thought of it as a way to divide us and give us the shortest month of the year. I'm sure you've heard it all before. 28 days, shortest month of the year. Why they only give us this month? Until I learned about Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Born to slaves, became a doctor. I believe it was the year 1912. Yeah, got a degree from Harvard University in 1912. His doctorate and his degrees are in literature and education. And he started Black History Week in 1926 because he saw the accomplishments of Africans or African Americans at that time not being seen at all or misrepresented. That's what he started it for. So as a person of literature and education, he's saying, I want to bring light to the accomplishments of our people so that everyone knows that and that they don't wash us out of the history of America. That's what Black History Week was started for. And I didn't know any of that.
So you telling me at the time, as always, they simply just trying to gloss over and just wash our history completely out. So this man is just trying to just save any African American history he possibly can come across and acknowledge it.
Yes, that's exactly what it started from. It was very strategic how he even started it. It was the second week of February, what Black History Week was, to make it coincide with the birthday of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln, who emancipated the African slaves. That's what it was. So once I learned that, I understood the power in that. He also wrote a book called The Miseducation of the Negro, because he was looking at how we were taught in slavery to love our master and all of these things to formulate and shape the mind of a slave. And then after that, when Reconstruction was beginning, what they did to our kids in our own schools, which we still deal with today. Carter G. Woodson was fighting against that back in the early 1930s and 20s. So Black History Month started in 1976. Like I told you, Black History Week started in 1926. Black History Month became a thing in 1976.
76.
Look at that.
I mean, it ain't even been a Black History Month long enough to even be like, are you telling me Black History Month just started in the 1900s, 1976?
Right. It's new.
I think my mom was still in high school in 76.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is crazy.
Look at that.
Nah.
No wonder why they kept giving us the same stuff over and over again. It just started in 1960. Come on.
Now that makes sense.
Yep. So that was always my problem too when we talk about Black History Month. It's like it's always the same things regurgitated they give us. Martin Luther King, respect and love to Dr. King and his family. And pretty much only him. Or
well, no, because about the time we was going to school, the Malcolm X movie had dropped, and they really had to push that a little bit because, like, everybody in school was on it. It was just that time. So, like, I remember, like, not ever knowing nothing about Malcolm X or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And then, like, all of a sudden, it just became a thing. You know what I mean? It just became a thing.
I mean, Carter G. Woodson was so prolific. Like I said, he got his degree from Harvard in 1912. He made the Journal of Negro History, now known as the Journal of African American History. These were all things that he was doing just so people who were free, because even in the 1900s, you had people that were slaves.
Right.
In the early 1900s, but they could read about other free Black Americans who were doing things and have pride in themselves. And like I said, that week was to celebrate things that had been done maybe the prior year or before, not always looking back. And during Black History Month, we still talk about slavery. It's like it always seems to be a time where we got to fall back to the most negative parts in our history. But we can talk about our civil rights, right? And we do that. But what have we accomplished? I heard you speak on lots of great people. Angela Davis, Benjamin Banneker, like I told before, if you don't know who Benjamin Banneker is, he invented the grandfather clock, or the clock. That's the reason why you call it Big Ben in London. Mm-hmm. That's a Black man, and many people don't know that. But until you grow and you search for these things, you don't know. And that's the whole part of becoming conscious, is waking up to what's really there. Because there's a veil that's put in front of us, damn near our whole lives, to keep us from knowing the truth about our past. And that's where the whole knowledge of self comes from. So based on knowing these things about Carter G. Woodson, respect due to Black History Month, man.
Respect due. Straight up and down. Everything that he did to bring us, Black History Week, like I said, the Miseducation of the Negro, like these were books where he was trying to help his people. He was like, man, we celebrating a week. This is why we doing it. We got to celebrate Black History Month, man. I still believe that Black history is American history, and we have to continue to fight to teach our children and to teach one another, even though we're out of school, and learn so that we don't continue to lead our children or the next generation into
a period of darkness where they don't know about themselves or about their past. That's Black History Month, man, for me.
Good looking. We needed that.
Straight up.
You know, man, I swear, man, we missed this cat last week, man. I told you we really missed him last week, man. We need this dude, man. And just for segments like that, for speeches like that, for knowledge like that, you know, for dropping that game, so desperately needed for our people, man. You know what? I know you got something else good to talk about. So like, you hit me to the Andre law.
Yeah.
So let's rap about that real quick. And I couldn't understand like why in the world these are laws passed. These should have been stipulations already put in when you put the body camera on. But go ahead and get into some detail about it.
Well, Andre's law, brother Andre was murdered by police around the end of December. And he was sitting outside his house in his car, as we know about. They said they saw him turning his engine on and off. He goes into the garage. Unannounced, police officers pull up on him, guns drawn, without announcing themselves. He walks out of his garage, noticing them with his phone camera on. They shoot him dead. It took over a month for this policeman to be arrested. And now he faces charges for the murder of Andre Hill, which I'm very pleased to hear about. But Andre's law is a reaction to his death. No body cam. They find that the cam did come on because I did see a video of him coming out of there with his phone on. But they had to make a law to tell them to turn it on. Why wear the body camera? And we got to make a law for you to turn it on?
You know what I don't get? With all this technology, it's like it should be motion sensor. Once you move, it move. Once you move, the red light go on. If anybody cross in front of you, that thing is always recording. There's always a live feed going somewhere. Like we live in a life of era of media and nothing but. You know what I mean? That's live streaming automatic. When you move, that thing goes on. And it's recording and it's live streaming. I don't understand why it should even be human, because things happen in the moment so quick. You don't forget to turn that body cam on.
Human error.
Exactly.
How can there be any room for human error when you dealing with life and death?
There shouldn't be.
You're a policeman. Television show called Live PD, where you could turn your TV on right now and watch police catch real people in real time.
Live PD. So why isn't that live feed being broadcasted through those cameras sent somewhere?
You said, how come they aren't always on? Period.
I mean, they don't got to be always on, but once you get in motion, it goes in motion.
Okay, straight up.
Like once you get to moving, then that gets to moving.
Absolutely.
I believe so much in corruption,
Man,
that the fact that they have to turn it on themselves,
that's already enough for me.
That's enough for me to believe that it's a corrupt thing.
Fugazi.
Like you said,
Fugazi.
like you said, it should be on as soon as you clock in.
Yeah, man.
As soon as you step foot, it's on.
If it's on all the time, then you hear all they corrupt things they do.
Right. You know what I mean? You hear all them M-bombs they be dropping all the time.
Let's go.
Exactly. That's what I'm on.
We got some things. We got things to talk about.
Let's talk about it then.
And so, impeachment trial number 2.
I ain't even on it. This man about to get away with it.
He got away with it.
Yeah, I know. I've been working. I ain't even see it.
They acquitted him today,
wow.
bro.
I need to check my news feed.
7 Republican senators voted for the guilt of President Trump. The rest acquitted him. So this man incited that riot on the Capitol. I mean, I watched 3 days of it, 2. It's hard for me to watch really stupid and just ignorant things from the defense, because it's all lies.
It's all lies.
So I'll listen for a little while. This is hard for me, but I try. I really do. But that first opening statement by Mr. Raskin, who was the defense for, the prosecution for the Democrats, was excellent. 13-minute video showing the rioters they're not even rioters. Those white supremacist evil people out there saying, hang Mike Pence, where are you, Nancy, dropping all kind of curse words, talking crazy in all aspects, showing, I can't remember that black cop that was there, saving Mitt Romney's life, running down the hall, like all of this crazy stuff happening. And you still acquit this man? You all in on it, bruh. They don't care. Man, their senators scared for their lives. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and a couple other of the squad who are the Democrats who represent the progressive movement talk about their panic buttons removed from the floor, the House floor.
How could that possibly happen without being an inside job? Who can remove the buttons, the panic buttons from your offices, from the House floor, from all over the building? All over the building, they're gone. The panic buttons. Who could do that? And you telling me, man?
There's nobody better than the American government as far as inside jobs. 9/11.
This 45.
Oh my God.
And his entire administration and this movement that he has started or pushed forward with white supremacy and corruption, just bold-faced. It's nothing like many of us have ever seen in our lifetimes, and it will continue.
I mean, it's continuing. He got off. So that means in 2024, we got to buck up because here he come again.
Oh, and I'm going to tell you right now, if he's able to do that, he's going to win.
He's going to.
Straight like that.
And we're going to be back to where we was.
Oh, worse.
When
they acquit this man, they're saying what they did was okay.
Yeah.
Straight up. Everything he said was fine. Marjorie Taylor Greene, QAnon conspirator, saying that Nancy Pelosi she's guilty of treason, which is a crime that has the death penalty to it. She should be executed. She said this out her mouth, and she's a senator now. They had her over the education committee until about a week ago, where the Democrats were so against that, and they kind of forced her to get out of that, but they still said, oh, she's sorry for the things she said. Yeah. This is what they are, man.
Pretend enemies. Pretend frenemies. I mean, they all just get together and hang out, man. It's just
part
like
of the club, bro.
Is you just
what they call it, gang. This is gang.
Gang.
I mean, what they say, blue and red make green.
Man,
hey,
straight up. Come on, man. I already know what this is, man. You can't. This, and it's sad. What's really sad is that, man, that the white people, they buy into all these lies. And since they run the country, you just gotta abide by it. It's so hard, man, to know bullshit when you see it and not even be able to call it. You just gotta just take it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just gotta accept it and eat it. Knowing is bullshit. It's just man. Life get harder and harder, man. Man, what else we got? You just took it all the way to 45, man. Like, damn, you should have said that for last. That hurt my spirit.
It is what it is, man. It's like I try. It's we get older, and I remember when I didn't watch the news and I didn't pay attention to politics, and it's like I have to, just so I know how to prepare myself or my kids.
Oh my God,
that's the reason why I pay attention. That's the reason why if I go to a place where I gotta sit down, I don't have my back to the door. You know things like that, because it's like you gotta be prepared at all times and be cautious. That's the life that we're in. With the emboldenedness of white supremacist groups by their president, by them showing that they are with the Margaret Taylor Greens of the world.
Man, this
Marjorie
dude
Taylor,
ain't. He
whatever.
ain't the president. This dude is a cult leader.
He is a cult leader, bruh.
Cult leader, man.
He got his army ready. That's what it is to me. He showed his little strength. That's his strength, man. We can get at you, even though you're in Congress or in the House. We can get at you.
But see now, but right now he can't really get at you because he's nobody. Right now, without that presidency, like Donald Trump don't got enough he would get snuffed out. He need that banner behind him right now. That banner, and it's not like true power, but it carry this illusion of power. Because when he's the president of the United States, man, people follow him as the president. My president, Donald Trump. Like, they're proud. Yeah, they racist and they proud to roll with Donald Trump. But the fact that you got a racist, redneck, backwood president, now it's like, hey, we all gun ho. You ain't got that right now, though, so you better fall back.
But I don't believe that, though, because the whole point of the big lie,
man,
is that he's still the president.
Oh, that's what you telling me? So we saying
they don't recognize Joe Biden as the president.
Well, that's
the reason why they went there.
Well, we making presidential moves, so motherfucker, you just let it go.
There was just an issue in Florida. I think it was the governor or something like that came out and said, basically fuck you, and President Biden was like, yo, you need to refer to me as Mr. President Biden, Mr. President or whatever.
They still fight.
He was like, no, fuck you, Joe.
Yeah. They not on fighting. Board, bruh. This is an ongoing thing. They do not recognize him. They're still, what's his name, McCarthy.
This is almost lightweight pathetic, man. You go by the book, you follow all their rules that they wrote, that their forefathers put in here, man. And because what? The generation now has a little bit of integrity and won't let you just completely throw the books out and completely just lie and cheat. I mean, we let you do it enough. We won't let you completely do it and just disrespect everything this thing is about, because something like that could really tilt this whole thing.
It's doing it, man. It's happening before our eyes. Man. See, this is great. You made me think of another thing. So McCarthy, his name is McCarthy. He's the House leader for the Republicans. He goes to Mar-a-Lago to pretty much kiss the ring of Donald Trump like a couple of weeks ago, because he stood against him when the Capitol riot happened. Took his little picture with him together, and I stand by you. All of this stuff means something. He doesn't have to be in the seat to hold the power, because they're still showing him the love like he's the president. The big lie was that they were stolen from him. And all of these uneducated, racist people that voted for him, the 70 million plus, still believe it was stolen and he's the president.
And and that's a problem, because it wasn't stolen and you're not the president. So you can, it's all right to play ignorant and be ignorant, but like at the end of the day, it's all just ignorance. And you can say whatever you want, but he's calling the shots and he's making the move. So you can make life as hard as you want, but you really just making life hard for everybody. Like, you think those 70 million plus that voted for him, them is all millionaires that voted for him? Like, every time that these so-called people fight for him, holding up shit, holding up this, holding up that, you holding it up for everybody. You ain't just holding it up for black people and Democrats and,
Right.
Come on now. Like, so whatever they got going on or whatever they doing, they might as well go ahead and hang that up, man. You know what I mean? How long you gonna drag this out? 2, 3, 4 years? I mean, how many people gonna die on your watch? I mean, it's bad enough you denied the coronavirus like it was, you pretend that it wasn't here. We got 500,000 people dead in America because of you.
And his people don't care about that.
Like
he's sitting at his crib rich, while you sitting at your crib without $15 minimum wage, never gave nobody no health care, still saying I'm doing this for my president and I love him. Here's another thing. I'm going to shut up, because you made me think of this too, Money. So you got the Lindsey Grahams of the world, senator from South Carolina, right? You got, who was Mitch McConnell's of the world. senator from Kentucky. These are terrible people. You win your primary. Nobody says, "Oh, you stole this." Nothing. They played by your rules. People voted, and you won. Lots of Republicans did. So how come right here, this has to be a stolen thing?
Because he put that out there before it even happened. He put that in the air because he's seen the writing on the wall. He's seen that people was coming out and
Months
voting
before the election.
voting early. That you seen all these minorities and blacks voting. You seen all these people voting. So you seen the numbers.
Taking voting machines out, doing all this stuff, saying
making people travel 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 miles to go vote, trying to stop the vote from happening. Right. You was doing all that. You the one that changed the mail system and tried to slow up the mail and tried to change all of that and take people out talking about we're going to put machines in here. You the one that did all that, and you still lost because people was not trying to hear what you. It was enough people that was not going for it.
Did you hear that phone call?
Nope. Tell me about it.
To Georgia, trying to get them to give him those votes. They played it several times.
I mean,
he says, "I just need one more vote than I got. I need 11,000 something votes and one more." And threatening them pretty much on the phone with the wink and a nod, like, this is going to be really bad for you. You guys are letting them steal the election. Like, on the phone. Like, he's an idiot. But he can say the things you're supposed to say in quiet up front because he's been doing it his whole time.
Exactly.
And they quit him twice.
Man,
I ain't got nothing else, man. I'm too upset.
All right, so you right, man. We got a lot going on, man. And Scholar missed a lot last week, man. He's got a lot of rant and a lot of
he's got a
lot of energy built up right now. He's trying to release, man. So you got some more for me, man? What else our next topic?
I think that's it, man. Maybe we can
Man, hold on. Let's lighten it up a little bit, man, just for a hot second. I mean, I'm going to try to lighten it up, man, but, like, I'm going to let you go first because I think I'm going to get emotional about this. So just head into our next subject, and then I'll double back. We can go wherever we want to go.
Well, listen, man. As the scholar would say, why is it always us with the tomfoolery? So let's get into it, man. We have this Gorilla Glue situation.
Oh, my God.
We have a lady. They keep saying young lady.
How old is young?
This woman was 40 years old.
So she's not that young.
So she's not a young lady. That's a grown woman.
It's mature.
Who made the conscious decision to put some Gorilla Glue in her fucking head.
I mean.
Now, come on now. Goddamn.
I had a question about this whole situation. So, you can't read the bottle? Now, I heard she was trying to sue Gorilla Glue for what she did. And I'm like, she shows the can. You can't read the can and know that's not hair spray or hold, honey.
Can I just say this? I don't really know the price of hairspray or hair hold or hair glue, but I'm assuming like some really good hair glue is probably like $20, $30. Like for some really good that you just throw the shampoo, it holds like beautifully, and if you rinse it with shampoo, it comes right out. Yes. I'm sure that probably costs a good little bit of money because it has to be able to hold, but no one wants their hair breaking off, so you got to be able to rinse it out. So $50, I think, is a good price for something that the top-notch hair glue. Now, when you get the top-notch stuff, you don't need a lot. Just need that. You like little dab, you get glue. You know what I mean? You know dab and you glue. Okay, I'm assuming, ladies. I really don't know. I'm just really trying to help y'all out here, man. So, yeah. So, are you saying that the glue is super, super, super tight? Because Gorilla Glue, I use to like glue ceramics.
Yes, Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue. You put a dab on that on your finger, do like this, and now you're connected for life. Listen, man, that stuff is for real.
It is.
All right, now I'm gonna talk about the psyche of some of you ladies right now. I'm not bashing, but goddamn, you went, you had to go to a different part of the store. Let's say
That's not in the hair store.
that's not in the hair store. So you have to go to a whole nother store. Let's say you went to Lowe's.
No, you know that she got that Gorilla Glue from Walmart. We'll go ahead.
Okay. Let's say she went to Walmart. You got to go to a whole nother section to get that.
Sure enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said she is gonna sue,
I've heard that.
and guess what? She's probably gonna win because they don't have the information on the bottle itself that says not for hair. So she'll probably win that case.
I want her to lose.
I don't really know how you could possibly win that case. Yes, it's technically not for hair, but it could be used on hair in the right amount, applied in the right way. So like,
You know how lawyers
you're doing
be,
it
man.
wrong.
They'll find legalese, technicalities on stuff. Who knows?
You're doing it wrong.
Right? But, I want to shout out Dr. Michael Obang. I think I'm saying this now, everybody. If I'm not, I apologize. But he's the one who helped free the glue from this woman's hair.
I heard that she was gonna be bald, and they was donating money to her. For wigs.
So he was able to help her out. He got in contact with Gorilla Glue and told me, hey, what is the compound here? Came up with a mixture.
Okay.
Because he had I think he had a degree in chemistry or some kind.
Oh, wow.
Right? So he was able to come up with a mixture to release the glue from her hair. So he was able to save her hair. Good. He did that pro bono.
No money.
Money.
You know what? He did a pro bono, but now you name dropping him, so it ain't how bono is it?
Hey, you're right. Somebody, well, you know what? Hey, doctor,
Right.
Now let me tell you this: had it been me, you had to break bread. Because I don't save stupid.
Straight up.
Hell no.
Come
So,
on.
Well, maybe he's looking for that lawsuit win. 'Cause
Maybe.
I need to get my cut.
maybe.
Straight up.
Maybe. So shout out to the black doctor who helped the woman, save her hair. And ladies, don't put the fucking glue in your head anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even get on the wigs and the weaves. That's a whole nother episode. I'm not going to get on that. But it didn't stop there, fellas. There was another lady who got the Gorilla Glue and tried to wax her privates.
You correct. You lying.
And now she's hooting and hollering because she can't remove the
What
stuff.
happened in there, man? What happened to just the...
Now, come on now. Did you not learn from the girl to put the shit in her hair?
Oh, my gosh.
Now, come on now. But not only that.
Wait, I'm just before we move on, you got something else. But before we move on, I'm just trying to think. So, like, did she have like the wood stick game, and she just like applied it, and then had the wax paper? Like, how did this? Because Gorilla Glue, as you said, as soon as you do this, you're stuck for life, right? You know what I'm saying? So how the hell?
I'm talking about the mentality, man. Come on now, people. I need you to think a little bit.
up.
Why would you think that would be a good thing to do?
Because she thought she was fast enough to pull it off. She didn't realize that once she put it on, she was like, "Oh, where's it? Huh? And now she jammed.
And they got
up.
people pouring stuff down there. That ain't coming.
Oh,
All right. All right. So now that leads me to my third case. Now, there's
Come on,
people.
bruh. Don't do it.
Now, this is a brother
What?
who didn't believe, Gorilla Glue can't be that strong. Puts the Gorilla Glue on one of those little red cups, little plastic cups that you get at the superstore, whatever. And that idiot,
What do you do, Ty?
he puts it on his mouth. And of course, what happens? Instantly, it's stuck. And he had to go to the ER to get that removed. Again, why with the tomfoolery, people?
Hey, you know what I thought about when he said that?
what?
Little kid going outside putting his tongue on the flagpole.
Yeah, like
Don't do that.
Come on.
Why?
Why?
You know why, man? After the hair situation in the top of the head, and then the hair situation at the bottom of the head, I just feel like he was looking for some attention. Like you could not be serious about this right now. There is no way that you could think Gorilla Glue does not hold. Like, it holds, baby. Baby, it holds.
It holds.
I didn't even know they had it in adhesive in a can, and I use Gorilla Glue. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually going to go to the store and look for that just for a home application. Like, They ain't all gonna win no lawsuit. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No.
I
It
think
might be
it's
the
just,
first girl.
Yeah, it's just the first girl who might come out with something. The other two, y'all some dumbasses.
Straight up.
All right.
I feel like they hopped on the bandwagon so they could hop on the lawsuit.
Copycat. Yeah, straight up.
And then for real, that made the lawsuit a little stronger, even though they two idiots on the back end that supports the first case.
That is not on the bottle.
Yeah, there you go. Now you making sense of it.
Where's the spoon?
Where is the spoon, man? You already know.
I'm just gonna leave it like this, man. Stop clout chasing, man.
Straight up.
Stop with the fuckery, man. Use your fucking brain, please. All right. Cut the BS out. Don't do stupid shit.
I talked about this yesterday, I think. Yeah, I did. I had a live show. And I got a live sports show. So I talk sports every Friday.
Shout it out.
Prolific Sports Podcast. You can catch me on Facebook. Live at 1 o'clock on Friday. Every Friday I'm live on Facebook. You can catch it on YouTube Fridays. I try to get it posted by like 5 or 6 before Conscious by Nature come on. Don't forget to watch Conscious by Nature on Friday night. This is my baby right here. Okay. Prolific Sports. You can even listen to me on Spotify. I'm on Spotify right now. I got 3 episodes up. And look, man, I'm as much as and football is my first love. My wife knows it, man. It just is what it is, man. And like, I was really disappointed in the Super Bowl, and it really wasn't even so much the outcome. It was like how we got there, and like how the product that the NFL put on the field. Like, man, we went through a lot this year with Corona. And watching and being supportive of the NFL, going through schedule changes. Like, man, you had a lot of people and a lot of fans really on board, really backing the NFL and its players going through this COVID situation. Guys missing 2 and 3 weeks. You know, teams moving schedules around, moving your bye weeks around. You know, teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers who just kept getting it. They didn't even have a COVID outbreak, but they were one of the teams that suffered one of the most from the COVID. So it's just like to go through all that and see such a special season and then go in and see the game that we all want to see, Kansas City, Mahomes, Brady, and you taint it with the bullshit. Like, you literally put the fix in. Like, 8 minutes into the game. When we watching this, 8:26. How do you keep a third down drive alive with 2 linemen shoving each other? Like literally.
Right.
I mean, once I start seeing the foolery go on, it was just like, this is over before it started. Kansas City don't got a prayer in the world. By the second quarter, you could tell. Like, it was only 7-3 at the end of the first quarter, but it just had a feel when they scored that touchdown on that little out to Gronk, because it was not only the Chris Jones. That was the third possession of the game. It wasn't only the Chris Jones. It was a third down interception by Tyrann Matthew that got reversed on a phantom hold. On a curl route, he's in this hip pocket. You don't keep – listen, man.
You got to let him play.
I'm a former DB. Listen.
Ain't no former.
You
DB.
You can't coach it no better than that. When you drop, I drop. He opened up and came down. I drop my hips and I drive on that inside right now. Straight on that up. Inside hip, I drive on it. That's what I do. And then you don't even throw him the ball. You don't even target him. So it's not like, oh, we're looking right at it and you targeted. You targeted the back. Ball got tipped when the air. Matthews caught it. You called a holding. The very, about 2 plays later they got it in?
Sure enough.
Like,
you never got to feel, like you saying, that they ever could get out of the game. Even after the first score, I'm like, this don't feel right.
It don't have.
This is Kansas City?
Yes.
What is happening?
Mm-hmm.
And they already have protection issues.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this is how you do it. I never had to feel that they ever had any momentum on them.
But the thing about it is, I thought if you look at the stats, they're so evenly close. Like
Yeah.
Kansas City had 350 yards. Tampa had 340 total yards. Kansas City had, I think, 243 passing. Tampa had 195. Kansas City had 107 rushing yards. Tampa had 145. Kansas City was 3 of 13 on third down. Tampa was 4 of 12.
Wow. It's almost
Kansas City was 1 of 3 on fourth down. Tampa was 0 of 1. Time of possession, Kansas City 28 minutes. Tampa 32.
Wow.
The only turnovers, Kansas City had 2. Tampa had 1. But if you watch the game, the last turnover came on the last defensive play of the game, right? So really you had 1 turnover, and then a turnover got called back for Tampa.
Yeah.
But I look at the score, and it's 31-9. But these stats don't tell me that it's 31-9. The only thing that tells me that it could possibly be 31-9 is when I look down and I see 11 penalties for 120 yards. And I see 4 penalties for 39 yards. And then I'm watching the game, and in the first half, there's nothing but a litany of defensive penalties. Fast forward to the second half, I seen Kansas City get a holding call on a 3-step drop, and the ball was gone.
Yep.
The ball was literally going out of Patrick Mahomes' hands on a 3-step drop, and they call holding.
Right.
Like, fam, it's impossible to be holding. The ball is out of his hands. It's gone. There's no holding.
Right.
Listen, man, I know Cat's going to talk about Brady the greatest, man, but, like, I'm just going to keep going on this one. My problem with this is, man, they trying to make this dude out like he the greatest athlete, and I seen the writing on the wall. Like, this is ridiculous to me. Tom Brady, the greatest athlete, better than Deion Sanders, better than Bo Jackson, better than Michael Jordan. Man, you smoking rocks, okay?
No way.
There ain't no way Tom Brady putting no teams on his back, okay? Like, man, now I'm starting to really question this whole thing surrounding the Tom Brady aura and all this. Like, your first Super Bowl, all right, let me just say this, man.
Hey, Louis.
You were in the league for 3 seasons, and you could not beat Drew Bledsoe out. Okay? So how good are you really?
Right.
Now, let's be honest about this situation.
Barely got drafted.
You was on the roster for 3 years and couldn't beat him out. Only reason why he was the backup because the backup got hurt. And the reason why you got in the game was because Bledsoe got hit by Mo Lewis and ended his.
Straight up.
So now, all of a sudden, we fast forward you in the Super Bowl, and we talking about the Chiefs before the Chiefs. Remember the greatest show on turf, the Rams?
Yeah.
Remember, they was caught.
Marshall Faulk.
They was caught videotaping their practices. The NFL destroyed them tapes. Remember that?
Spygate.
Destroyed them tapes.
Several practices, not even just them.
That was the elevation of Tom Brady's first Super Bowl. And then we just take for granted the rest of it. Like, it's just automatically happening. But, like, what I seen out there, I seen a manufacture of greatness for me. Like, and it's crazy to watch because you're not super fast. You're not super athletic. You're not this great player. Like, you're just not this great player. I've seen more better players than you. Patrick Mahomes is a better player. You telling me you can get it done every time and he couldn't get it done?
And you know what? Brady don't make great throws.
Oh my God.
That's the thing that always gets me. He throws slants, digs, and drags, and you get that tight end up the seam. You have an athletic tight end, the Aaron Hernandez of the world. You get you a Gronkowski. Just a physically imposing tight end, and you take care of a mismatch. And those it's yards after catch that makes him look good.
And like no one ever talks about the way he throws
Greatest
a couple.
wide receiver he ever had was Randy Moss.
Man, and he throws some dimes every now and then, but he don't be spinning that thing like that. Like, man, there's cats out there that be Aaron Rodgers put spin on that thing. Like and like we don't even and I get on him about not making these plays and that plays, man, but it's tough in the league. You know what I mean? And sometimes they don't get the calls and things don't go. It just seems like the Brady team always ball bounces their way no matter what. And that, for me, is something to be said about that. Because, like, you're not the type of dude that puts a game on his back. Patrick Mahomes puts a game on his back. Josh Allen puts a game on his back. Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, these cats can. They're back there. Aaron Rodgers put a game on his back. Tom Brady can't put no game on his back. You get any type of pressure on him, you're done, dead, over. You can't put no game on your back. You don't make no spectacular plays. You don't make no special plays. Okay, you make good plays. You might make a great play every now and then.
About it, even like his whole career, mostly in New England, you throwing a mediocre talent. We cut Wes Welker.
And then all of a sudden he catch 130 balls.
Julian Edelman. Who's the other cat? Because he was with the Rams too.
And
Edelman. Like, these guys are not great receivers. And then you go there and he throws the slant route to you 1,000 times. Amendola. Throw the slant route to you 1,000 times. You might go to the hall. Like, come on, man.
It just doesn't make sense, man.
Troy Brown.
You look at his career and you look at the type of talent that team has, right? And you're scratching your head thinking, man, I've seen greater talent assembled on other teams. How does the team keep winning?
Right.
But then you see stuff like, CBS Scene is linked up with.
With Gillette.
How is that possible? How is a broadcasting company network linked up with a team
and got a major contract with the NFL, paying billions and billions in? Come on, man. Like there ain't no. It won't. Man, and I hate to just be this dude and just that like money. You a Tom Brady hater, and like, man, I got reason. I just don't like everything that is like manufactured around him. It's hard for me as a quarterback, DB, as a lover of like all things football. Like, man, it's just in me. I know better. I know what I'm watching, man. And it's just like, sometimes when I see it, I just be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? And they can pull the wool over a lot of people, but it was just like, yo, that was the Super Bowl. And they didn't even try to pull. They Donald Trump the Super Bowl. Straight up. You know, he's saying do whatever he want. They just Donald Trump. They just put that product out there and said, here, this Donald Trump Super Bowl, and this is how it's going. Brady going to get 7 and whatever.
You know what's crazy is that, after they won the game, it seemed like nobody was even excited. Like I almost knew I was going to win the game. Like, the fix was in, baby.
Like we had already pre-celebrated the celebration. Like it wasn't that, I don't know, adulation, that jubilation where you just be like you finally got over this mountain. Tampa Bay, half y'all cats ain't never even seen a Super Bowl. Only cat ever been to the bowl was Gronk and Brady. None of y'all. Antonio Brown. You know what I mean?
Man. Yeah. If anybody would have been
outside of JPP, everybody else is like.
Yeah. I mean, I seen AB be a little happy, but I'm like, fam, you was suspended. You was out the league. You was like just owned by the Steelers and the Raiders. Like, you went through so much. You would think this moment.
People forgot your name, Antonio Brown. Great receiver. You were a forgotten commodity until you got picked up and won the Super Bowl just now.
All right, man. I ain't going no more into it. I know Cass is gonna be like, man, this cat just hate Tom Brady, but like, man, talk. The NFL just got me this week, man. That shit got me emotional, man. I've been there. I've been the special team going on the road and get just blitzed by the refs, and by halfway through the second quarter, I don't even want to be out here no more. We ain't got no chance to win. Because they done took it from us already. Grown men on the sideline crying, knowing we about to lose this game. And we can't do nothing about it. And what's worse is we still got a whole half to play. We still got a whole half to play of this, man. This ain't even we can't even go in the locker room and tuck our tail and hang our head. Like, we got to come out of the locker room, pretend to warm up, pretend to try to motherfucking try in this game, and only know that they going to take it from us anyway. So then we get out there and we ball out and we try hard, holding, callback penalty, this offsides. Like, you brokenhearted. And it's just like, when is it over? Can we just end it?
Just demoralized.
Yeah, man. You like, I've been there. I've been on that side of the fence, man. Yeah. Championship game. And in a championship game, it's just gut wrenching. I mean, it just rips your whole soul from you halfway through the game to know you don't, all the work you put in, you ain't got a chance to win. Just rips your soul out of you.
That's the worst feeling when you've given everything you have and everything, and you've seen it being taken from you like that.
That's the heart of a true competitor and a winner that has that spirit in them. Can't take defeat when you know that it's being stolen from you.
It was a hard watch for me, man. Like, I wouldn't even have cared if Tampa would have won. They would have balled. It would have been a great game. Like, man, but just to watch the way it happened and unfold, that shit just was, it was hard for me to just sit through as a fan, as a football lover. It was just hard, man. Like, and you don't say stuff like that, man. Like, we watched O-State get hammered. We ain't like they get robbed. They nigga, they had a bad game plan. They was playing 4-4 against Fort Wide. Like, we watched it. Like, and O-State had chances. The refs didn't pull it from them. They also had chances of scoring offense. They didn't get it done. And had, I felt like if the game, all things even, Kansas City would have got it done. But like, people don't understand when your emotion.
Take it away from you.
Yeah, when your emotion is when like. When that shit hurts you to your core, it's very hard to just strap it up every play. Like, man, for real, you just get to going through the motions. And even though it seemed like you playing hard, you really know you going through the motions.
Right. That's when you know that you're not giving your all, because you know yourself you're not giving it.
Right.
So you can't be successful. You're
not going to be successful. And then some guys is out there just trying too hard. You know what I mean?
People do that in everyday life.
Like, just trying not. Some of us get to trying too hard out here. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to believe that what's happening. So you still playing hard. Next thing you know, personal foul, or they done got you for something, and now you demoralized. Like, you playing your hardest, and like it just sad, man. It was just sad to watch.
So it was a hard watch for me too.
Man, I almost cried. No, I didn't. Not really. But, it was just pathetic.
I'm going to cry when we get Deshaun Watson on them Dolphins, though.
Oh, man.
I'm going to keep speaking into existence, man. I'm one of them kind of people. I got a goal board. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put his picture up there tomorrow.
So, yeah, man, whatever they say, man, I don't care, man. Tom Brady. You heard it from the champ right now. Is never nor will he ever be the greatest athlete, man. So bag that talk to me. For real. Yeah. MJ, what up, though?
And maybe we talk about that next week or something, like greatest athletes.
Maybe. I don't think my lady friends really want to hear about that. They probably disappointed in me that I rambled on about this Super Bowl for so long.
But the Super Bowl just happened.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about some relationship talk. Last week, he brought up, Tyson, the genius, brought up marriage. And he said, what's the keys to marriage? And I blatantly was like, I only know one key. Like, I mean, there's a lot. And communication is number one. But like I would say probably number two is honesty and trust. And
I feel like they're the same thing.
They're not synonymous.
Okay.
They are not. Honesty has to do with your feelings. How a situation made you feel. Like, that's the honesty. How did that situation make you feel that you was in? The truth is the actual situation, the events that took place. So you could be honest about your feelings and lie about the situation and how it took place to justify your feelings. So you got to be honest and true at the same time.
Yes, you do. And it can be difficult to do those things.
What?
When you know that you want to spare the feelings of your significant other, or if you don't want to cause controversy between the two of you.
Right, like when you was at the bar and you was all in that beezy face, but you don't want to tell the truth that you was in that beezy face. Like, listen, you was chopping it with a beezy at the bar. Somebody caught you. Now you lying about the situation, so therefore you can't be honest about your feelings. See how that work?
If you doing the right thing, like if I infamous one scholar, like I said before, if my woman go out, I expect men to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? if she said, "Oh yeah, somebody bought me some drinks," I said, "Oh okay."
Thank God, save me some money.
Yeah, straight up. I said, "All right, cool. Did he get your girl one? Whatever."
Thank you.
How was this conversation? I'm asking those things because I trust that, and she'll tell me that. And I mean, women might speak to me. That's just real life. If you can't handle that, then you already throwing a terrible wrench into your marriage, let alone your relationship. That is trust and honesty.
See, but I'm not just like speaking to a woman or a man at the bar. Like that's simple. Yeah, that's just a situation. I'm just talking about like plain and be honest about your feelings and be truthful about situations. Because if you truthful about your situations, the honesty of your feelings will reflect that. Like no matter what, like man. My wife, I don't like when you did that. That made me feel like. So the truth was, I don't like when you did that, and the honesty was, this is how it made me feel.
See, but that's very true, and you have to be able to speak to things in the moment.
Yup.
And I feel like personally, I had to grow into that because before I was married, I was a bachelor for a long time, and I'm used to my own ways and holding back, and I'm still working on my things, especially with my communication. And that's a sign of my growth. I can admit that, But like you said, if something rubbed you the wrong way, speak to it right then. Don't wait. Say, hey, why did you say that? That made me feel some kind of way. Like you said, that is honesty up front.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trusting you enough with my feelings to tell you right now that this made me feel this way, so we can talk about it. So we can maybe I didn't take it the right way. Maybe I'm perceiving it incorrectly. These are how you can build that marriage that you can be confident in.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You got some great stuff there, Money.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I've been working this week, man. So I've been working, man. I had the sports podcast, so the Tom Brady and Super Bowl just been going on, and then like when you had brought that up, I literally went home and thought about communication. Like, man, there's way more, and we can definitely even do something next week. I'm probably gonna think of something else.
I got one.
There's layers to that.
Yeah.
That onion, man.
Yeah.
You just keep peeling back, and that's part of growth.
Layers and make you cry.
Like I said, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Some of that, man, make you teary-eyed, boy.
Yeah,
but it's growth and development.
Yeah.
Like we said a few weeks ago. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So, man, a lot of information today. A lot, man. 45, Andre Hill, Black History, Gorilla Glue situation. The Tom Brady conspiracy of the greatest athlete ever is just, and relationship, marriage, the one of the most beautiful things in the world, man. If you do it right, for real, man. If you do it right.
That's it.
Tyson Porter, final thoughts.
Man, this is Conscious by Nature. This is the big homie. That's the big homie. We thank y'all for tuning in every Friday with us, hitting that like button, subscribing. Thank you. I can't say it enough. I'm always going to say it. Thank you for rocking with us, man. And we will be back next week. See you later.
D. Lamar, final thoughts.
So, happy Black History Month, my brothers. When I learn something new, it can change your thought process. Research it on your own. Take it in for yourself that you can build on who you are. New knowledge makes for a better person. I believe that.
Oh, man. Really good show today for my fellas, man. It's good to have you back, man. Good to have you back, man. Definitely needed you, man. You really made the show go, man. I just want to say, man, shout out, much love to my cousin Amori Dorsey, man. Always think about you. Love you, man.
Love you, Amori.
Stay conscious, everybody.
Peace.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.